Sitting in the morning sun, watching all the birds passing by. Oh, how sweet they sing. Oh, how I wish that I could fly. And I try, and I try. Oh, I try. I really try, try, try. But I gotta pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over. I got to start all over. Yeah, pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over. Oh, I got to start all over. Sitting in the noonday sun, wondering where my day is gonna come. Though I work so hard, not even a crust of bread in my yard. And I try, and I try. Oh, I try. I really try, try, try. But I gotta pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over. Yeah, I got to start all over. Pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over. I got to start all over. Sitting in the evening sun, watching those same birds passing by. How high they fly. Know how I wish that I could fly. And I try, I really try. Lord knows I try. I really try, try, try. But I gotta pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over. I got to start all over. Yeah, pick myself, brush myself, dust myself off, start all over. I got to start all over. I gotta start all over again. Hey, well, don't you look the other way. Hey, you better listen here to what we say today. Hey, I know your wool is falling down around. But hey, you can get up off the ground. I found you just gotta pick up the pieces fell on the floor and just make it through today. You got to pick up the pieces that blew out the door. Find some better way. Well, hey, you don't need a second look. Hey, you don't always have to do things by the book. No, Hey, I know this isn't what you planned, my man. But hey, you don't always have to understand. You just gotta pick up the pieces that fell on the floor and just make it through today. You just have to pick up the pieces that blew out the door. Find some better way. Well, hey, hey, you are not the only one. Hey, there's still a little more that could be done. Hey, I know you got a job to do. It's true. Hey, you do what you have to do. You have to pick up the pieces fell on the floor. Just make it through today. You got to pick up the pieces blew out the door. Find some better way. Well, you've got to pick up the pieces that fell on the floor. Make it through today. Got to pick up the pieces and blew out the door. Find some better way. You got to find some better way. Just got to find some better way.
God is in this place, pure spirit, indwelling, surrounding, sustaining, and supporting us all, is so fully present. It has actually gathered us here, those present and those tuning in to us. We give thanks for the opportunity to open our hearts and our minds to the infinite supply of life, love, and light. We give thanks for our ability to come together and to see the beloved within one another's eyes. We give thanks for this opportunity to remember who we are and whose we are, the beloved, in whom God is well pleased. So we give thanks for this opportunity. We come together heart to heart, mind to mind, ready to let something beautiful be revealed. Pure spirit, expressing in, through, and as us all. For this we give great thanks, accepting the truth of these words and releasing them now to God's perfect law. Will you join me in anchoring this prayer by saying, and so it is. Good afternoon, everyone. How good to be with you. This is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, isn't it? We are the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and we are meeting, as you know, right now in Wayne and all over the world, because all those beautiful people tuning in are with us. We are one beloved family. It is bigger than it looks, and we're grateful for that. I'm Maxine Kaye. I'm very fortunate to be the spiritual leader of this wonderful, dear congregation, so close to my heart, all of you. Well, we do teach and practice the principles of Signs of Mind as taught to us about 100 years ago by Dr. Ernest Holmes. And so we're grateful for the opportunity to learn and practice and share with each other these wonderful spiritual tools that make a difference in our own individual lives. They make a difference in our families, in our neighborhoods, in our communities, ultimately in the world itself. We're not here, although I love our Jewish friends' idea of tikkun olam, which means repair the world. I think that's a good thing, but I think we're really here to love the world back into wholeness, because the truth is that God never fails. And despite any appearance, and there's a lot of appearances, we focus our attention on pure spirit, alive and well within all sentient beings and within the world itself. It is that focus that brings us back to the truth of our being and reminds us about the power that we have within us. It's not the love of power, it's the power of love. And we are all about utilizing it to make a difference. We also belong to a greater organization, Centers for Spiritual Living, which is universal, it's all over the world. And many of you know that Reverend Mike and I just returned a couple of weeks ago from our Centers for Spiritual Living convention in Reno, Nevada, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. We have other opportunities where we can gather with our larger community, and I'll also always let you know about those so that you can be present at some of those as well and soak up this amazing energy that happens. I want to thank Reverend Mike for doing a wonderful job giving us a beautiful talk last week. Thank you very much. Yes. And I want to thank all of you for being the beautiful people that you are. Well, since we do belong to a larger global community, we share their mission, their purpose, and their vision. And the mission is simply to provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. And we have such a wonderful purpose. What is our purpose? To awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And what is our vision? A world that works for everyone. A world that works for all sentient beings, the planet itself, and all of its beloved inhabitants. So that's what's so about our global community. And we have a purpose statement right here at Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and it simply is living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. We are so blessed to have both Ray Adkins and Will Hodgkins here with us today. Isn't that lovely way to ease into our celebration? Thank you. We have a lot more to come. And now they're going to help us sing our opening song. Daniel Namaud wrote this beautiful song. It's the last Sunday in the month, so it's the last time we'll sing this one as our opening song this month. It's called Higher Place. Let's stand up if you're comfortable doing so, and let's sing it out.
Up to a higher place. Up, far beyond this time and space. Up to a higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. Up to a higher place. Up, far beyond this time and space. Up to a higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. Higher space, higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. No more forward, no more backward, no more spinning around and around. My life is moving ever upward. My feet are leaving the ground. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place. I feel my soul is rising to a higher place.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. I'm not going to start all over again, but I think you may have heard something of what I shared earlier. I just found out my microphone was not where it needed to be. Did you hear anything? A little bit? Okay, good, good. Well, you got my heart. That's what matters. We don't always need words. Okay, I want to talk to the teens. Hello, Mila. You're the one representing all the teens in the world today. You are so gorgeous. Oh, my word. She had her prom last weekend. The pictures, whoa, so beautiful. Yeah, it was fun, huh? Yeah. You don't want to talk much today, do you? That's okay. I'll do the talking. So you and all the other teens out there right now, you are amazing, just amazing. I mean, we've known you since you were just little growing up in Fun Day School. And now you're planning to go to college and gosh. But I want to ask you something. When you were probably younger, when you go into an elevator, did you ever push all the buttons? You're such a goody one-shoe, Mila. You never did? How about the rest of you? Did you ever do that in your whole life? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Linda. Yep, and Monet and Joe. Well, I did. I haven't done it in a long time. I think it's probably not a good thing to do, but it was fun, except for the people who didn't want to stop at every floor. Well, I'm talking about elevators today in my talk because this is a metaphor for how we can change the direction of our thought and our consciousness and ultimately our life experience. Because we can always push an up button or we can push a down button. And sometimes there's other people in the elevator, so we don't always have total control over that, especially if there's a kid like some of us here. You stop at every floor. But sometimes we're not pushing a down button when we want to go up, but someone else may have. And maybe it was a mistake, and maybe they really do need to go to a lower floor. But the metaphor is about how we have more control than we realize about our moods, about our mindset, our consciousness, how we show up in the world. And I want to remind everybody today that we have the opportunity, always, at all times, to make a shift in our focus and then to change from perhaps feeling not so happy to feeling delighted, remembering that God is our source And that life is so alive within us that we have to say yes to it. So, which direction are you going to be pushing your elevator today, Mala? That way. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, good. All the children in the world. I would love to invite the president of our board up to give us some announcements, Linda Moose.
I feel important up here. So let me do the show and tell first. We have 2 of our 7 members here today. A bargain at $30 a ticket, and you have to buy them via the New Way QR code. So the date is the Saturday after Memorial Day, which is May 30th. The time is 5 to 7 p.m. It's going to be a fun night. I can't wait.
It's going to be fun, you're right.
He has his own groupies, so it'll be well attended. Come early. So our next event is next Saturday, believe it or not, May 2nd is next Saturday, 7 to 8 via Zoom. Our full moon ceremony facilitated by our Diane Wilson, always fun. And Nibbles and New Thought, the date is May 11th at Anthony's Italian Restaurant in Malvern, 6:15 to 8:15. We do need you to register for both of these events, and you can do that on csaphilly.org. Out of breath today. And Teen Camp, we're still collecting our coins, and the kids will be going in July, so help us get there. Thank you so much.
There was a time when peace was on the earth, joy and happiness did reign, and each man knew his worth. How I long for that spirit's return. And it's free. Can't you see? Come with me. The Creator has a master plan. Peace and happiness through all the land. The Creator has but wonderland. Peace and happiness through all the land. The power of love, the power of love, the power of love, the power of love. The Creator has a master plan. Peace and happiness through all the land. The Creator has but wonderland. Peace and happiness through all the land. The power of love, the power. Won't you sing with us? The power of love, the power of love, the power of love, the power of love, love.
Let's take a deep, holy breath of spirit and feel the prana, the chi, that breath of life flowing through our bodies, our thoughts, feelings, through our entire consciousness. It is the flow of divine love, harmonizing, healing, nurturing, and revealing a greater truth. As we allow this precious presence to flow through us, we are made new by the power of love, the greatest love there is in the universe and beyond. And so we open our hearts and allow the flow to move us to a greater awareness, to lift us to a more beautiful expression of divine life. We open our minds to receive inspiration, a new awareness of what is possible. Where there is one life, it is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is all there is. And that life is the life of each and every one of us here and now. And so we rest in the clear awareness that peace abides not only within our hearts, but flows out and touches and blesses and uplifts every sentient being. And we rest in the clear awareness that the presence is our present, our gift of life. And we accept it. We accept it completely, gratefully, willingly, opening ourselves to the greatest expression of infinite wisdom and love we have ever known. Let the flow be easy and peaceful and filled with grace as we simply rest. Let God be God in us and give thanks that all is well. All is well, truly, truly, all is well.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarah Funk, and I'm a religious science licensed practitioner for the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I'm going to read something from this wonderful book of Ernest Holmes, Creative Mind and Success. Man's right of choice. Man is created an individual, and as such, he has the power of choice. Many people seem to think that man should not choose, that since he has asked the Spirit to lead him, he need no longer act or choose. This is taught by many teachers, but is not consistent with our individuality. Unless we had this privilege, this power of choice, we would not be individuals. What we do need to learn is that the Spirit can choose through us. But when this happens, it is an act on our part. Even though we say, I will not choose, we are still choosing, because we are choosing not to choose. We cannot escape the fact that we are made in such a way that at every step, life is a constant choice. What we do need to do is to select what we feel to be right and know that the universe will never deny us anything. We choose and mind creates. We should endeavor to choose that which will express always a greater life, and we must remember that Spirit is always seeking to express love and beauty through us. If we are attuned to these and are working in harmony with the great creative power, we need have no doubt about its willingness to work for us. We must know exactly what it is we wish and get the perfect mental picture of it. We must believe absolutely that we now have it and never do or say anything that denies it. So I will do this treatment now, and like Will and Ray's song, The Creator, has a plan. And this plan is love, truth, and power. It is a gift that God has given us as we move up in life, up to that higher place, up to that place of peace and calm, willingness and acceptance, to serve the greater good, to serve one another, lifting us always in that warm, sweet embrace. The master plan that warms our hearts and our souls. Helping us always to remember who we are, one of the divine. So I know this is the truth. I'm deeply grateful that it is so, and I release this treatment into God's holy law, knowing it is so. And together we say, and so it is. And the affirmation today, I am lined with Spirit's forward, upward motion as I delight in deepening my faith and expanding my awareness of the divine.
People keep on learning. Dreamers keep on warring. World just keeps turning. But it won't be too long. Powers keep on lying while the people keep on dying. World keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. Oh no. I'm so darn glad they let me try it again. 'Cause my last time on earth I had a whole world of sin. So glad that I feel much better again. Gonna keep on climbing till I reach my higher ground. Lovers, keep on loving. Believers, keep on believing. The world, just stop sleeping, 'cause it won't be too long. Oh no. So darn glad you let me try it again. It's my last time on earth I had a whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I feel much better again. Wanna keep on climbing till I reach my higher ground. Till I reach my higher ground. No one's gonna bring me down. Till I reach my higher ground.
Love it. That was perfect. Thank you. Imagine 5 more outstanding musicians with these two. That's going to be on the 30th of May. Don't miss it. One man dog. Okay. We began this month's theme, which was Essential Ascension, on Easter Sunday. How appropriate, right? And we have been taking this quite personally about our own personal inner ascension into higher ground. It was a perfect song, wasn't it? Yeah. So this grand rising in consciousness, and that's what it is a grand rising in consciousness, is lifelong journey. It's a wonderful forever process for all of our spiritual evolutionary paths. And we honor everybody's individual and collective spiritual evolutionary paths, and we honor our own. So we truly are always moving forward and upward, but we sometimes tend to go down a little bit. Ever notice? Ever have any of those moments that aren't supremely divine? Where that humanness starts creeping in? We all do, because we are spiritual entities living in and expressing through our physical bodies and environment. And it's something that's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for us to continue to develop our shiny souls. But it doesn't always feel good, because sometimes we get caught in limiting ideas, whether they are patterns that pop up from our own subjective mind, or whether it's something we feel influenced by out there. And sometimes we bring those external events inside, instead of recognizing, like that beautiful Tibetan log flow meditation, where you imagine yourself in meditation up on the side of a mountain, and you imagine that there is a logging camp that's up a ways, And you see, as you look all the way down, that there's just a bend in a river. You see only a piece of it. And the logging camp, and I always like to say, these are planted trees. They're not, it's not old forest or anything. That as the logs begin to come down the curve of the river that you can see, and then they disappear beyond your vision, we make those logs into some personal challenges because we're practicing watching the logs come and go, remembering to stay on our mountain and not to allow ourselves to go down and play in the river and battle those logs. We just let them flow by. It's a beautiful meditation. It's very peaceful, and it helps us to detach from what's going on out there, what we sometimes call, as our beloved Dr. J. Scott Neal used to say, the nincompoopery of the world. So we don't get involved in it. And then we make, as we're sitting up on the side of that mountain, we make those logs become a problem that we've been experiencing, a challenge, a question we've not been able to answer. And we just watch those floating on down and out of our vision again. It's a peaceful and powerful meditation. I highly recommend it. So we want to move away from those moods that would seem downward. We want to learn how to shift from despairing into trusting. And we want to be following faith rather than fear. And that's just one wonderful way that we can learn to do that. You see, the law of mind is perfectly reliable. The gardener knows that what he sows is going to reap according to the pattern that he sowed it. That if it was a radish, he will get a radish. If it was radish seed, he'll get radishes. He does not expect cucumbers. It's the same with this beautiful law of mind. It is reliable. Now, the gardener knows that he needs to be planting in good soil and caring for it well and trusting. The religious science farmer, and that's us, we plant seed thoughts in our consciousness, and we set a very clear intention. When we don't set a clear intention, you don't know what's going to come up. It might be something that's an old pattern within us that's not yet been healed and shifted and up-leveled. It might be something someone says, or it might be something in the media. But the law of mind responds perfectly. It can be trusted, like all laws, the law of mathematics, the law of gravitation, the law of aerodynamics. They can be trusted, and they need to be used correctly, right? And when there is something horrible that takes place in our lives or in the world, there has been a misuse of that divine law. We've planted either consciously or unconsciously some things that we would really not like to see happen in our lives or in the world. But you see, this law will always produce our real intentions. The master teacher taught us this. He said, "It is done unto you according to your belief." Exactly. Not according to your wish or your whim, but your deep-seated belief. And so the way I find out what's going on within me is to look to see what's going on in my life. Because I am producing, through this divine law, I'm producing the effect from some inner cause. That's a wonderful thing for us to know. Spirit, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, omniactive, It creates, it sustains, it gives of its bounty of life to all. So, you see, we're dealing with love and law. Spirit is pure love, pure givingness. Creator has a plan. It's for life and for more life. And if we're not living life fully and completely, perhaps it is that we haven't yet deeply connected with that source that always loves us, always sustains and guides us. It's not a matter of being good or bad. It's a matter of intentional use, conscious, caring, compassionate use of this wonderful law that has been so beautifully given to us. Love and law. And as you've heard me say more than once, and I'm not going to stop saying it because it's one of my favorite awarenesses, and that is, court the presence and direct the law. It is when I am coming from a place of deep faith and a clear awareness that there is God and nothing else, that I can speak my word in spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, and find beautiful results in my life and ultimately in the world. We are dropping those pebbles into the lake of life, and they ripple on out, and we don't know how far they may go, but we need to trust that there is a law of multiplicity. And if we're sowing love and compassion, it is going out there farther than we may know. Let us trust that the love is the guiding force and the law is what makes it so. Love makes the way and the law brings it about. It's a beautiful system. I didn't design it, neither did you. God did. It was that master plan they were singing about. I love it. So we use conscious intentionality to progress in the right direction. Court the presence, direct the law. You know how it feels to feel so completely loved by the divine that you're just like a sponge soaking up that divine compassion. We've all experienced that from time to time in our lives, hopefully more and more and more as we dive deeply into our meditation, into our time of peaceful contemplation, into opening up our hearts to what is there for us. So it's always possible to make a correction in our direction. It's been said that you can't be depressed and express at the same time. It's been said that if you're quite depressed, try singing, and the singing gets you out of it. Or you're so damn compressed that you can't sing. And I've noticed as I decided to make this about elevators today and pushing the buttons up and down, pressing them, that right in the middle of both of those words, depress and express, is press. And I want to press that upward button when I find myself in something of a funk, forgetting who and whose I am. We all have that forgettery. Let's use our forgettery for forgetting past hurts and insults. Let's use our forgettery for letting go of the things that might have been hanging on to us that didn't serve us anymore. So we didn't necessarily, as I was sharing with the teens earlier, we didn't necessarily push the down button in that elevator of consciousness. Other people are in that elevator too. But the fact is, it seems to be going down. And the fact is, and the truth is, I can press the button that leads me heavenward, so to speak. I can always choose to be uplifted. And sometimes I can't press the button. Sometimes I have to ask God to lift me up. You ever been there? Yeah. So it is so freeing to choose the upper path of spiritual evolution. This wonderful African philosopher, whose name I'm going to mangle, Motshona Dilwayo, he says, you fall because you are human, and you rise because you are divine. We fall because we're human. We started doing that when we were babies, and we were trying to stand up and we'd fall down. And we'd stand up and we'd fall down. And we kept at it, didn't we? It's the same with our spiritual progression, isn't it? We fall down or we stand up. It's the human that falls. It's the divinity within us that rises. It's our divine heritage, you see, that we have this freedom to choose and to choose again and to choose again and to choose again. And Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of our favorites, if we had saints in this religion, he would be a saint, wouldn't he? Ralph Waldo Emerson. Hard to think of a saint whose friends called him Waldo, huh? He said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. And the even better news is that we have all of these people right here, including our practitioner corps, 4 of whom are here in this area, 4 of whom are distant, but they are just as accessible. We have all of each other to remind us who we are and to help to lift us. We lift each other. That's a great joy. In fact, that's one of the best ways, the quickest ways, the most successful ways to get out of a state of depression is to reach out a hand, help somebody else. There's such great value in this. It gives us a sense of purpose. And it's very hard to feel blue, low, sad, or into those old country songs if you feel a purpose in your life. And one of the greatest purposes, I believe, is to extend our hearts, our hands, our compassion, our wisdom, our energy to each other and to people we don't even know. So that press, I love that idea that the press of the button is in both of those words. Depress, express. Which are we pushing? So when we find value, when we find energy, and we find life in ourselves, we find even more of it when we give that love, that compassion, that life and that energy to others. It's such a simple formula. Don't you think it's time we got it? So please, let's be very gentle with ourselves when we're making these shifts. Another way to look at this ascent and descent is simply we rise to our oneness with the Spirit, that divine presence and power. We receive those bountiful blessings, and then we bring this heavenly consciousness to earth and to each other. That's a rising and a descending. And ascending, it's not up and down really, it's more inward and outward. We bring this heavenly consciousness to earth, and I love that. The things that go on in the world, they're logs. Make logs out of them, let them flow down the river and out the other side. That does not mean that we do a flight to light and pretend that these things aren't happening. They are. When I am moved by my internal wisdom to take an action, I take an action. But not until I'm moved to do so. And when I do, I come from love. I come from kindness. I come from compassion. I come from unity of all life and finding the commonality within the humanity. So it's not so much up and down, I think, as it is asleep and awake. You know, in Genesis, we read, "And a great sleep fell upon Adam," and Adam represents metaphysically humankind. We forgot where we came from. We forgot who and whose we are. And it's not until toward the end of the Bible, the way they put it together, in Romans, where we finally read, "Awaken thou that sleepest." We're in the process of awakening. This is our spiritual evolutionary path, individually and collectively. And so we wake up. And the awakening tends to take place when we move our attention away from the outer to the inner, to that heavenly place, that sacred space of infinite love and divine wisdom and perfect peace and bountiful plenty for all. Meditation and prayer allow the authentic self to emerge. And as we deepen our connection, our awareness of our unity with God and with all, then our strengthening faith begins to blossom. And it's contagious, by the way. Faith is contagious. I remember years ago, many years ago, 2 or 3 churches ago, I was visiting a woman in a hospital, and I didn't know her well. She didn't know me well, but she had read and she had seen a few things about science of mind. And she said, I just don't have any faith. I said, "Honey, I got plenty. I'll show you some. I'll share it with you." And it was all she needed to hear, that we could share our faith, that she became well. We have the power to do that. It's not our power. It's the divine power within us that we get to intend for others, that we get to share with others. So when we're joining with conscious, caring, compassionate people like the ones right here and the ones out there listening right now, hi. Turn around and say hi. Hi, everybody. Glad you're with us. It's when we join with conscious, caring, compassionate people that we're able to offer support and guidance and to experience that support and that guidance. These become safe, growth-inspiring environments. And so let's continue to nurture these beautiful spaces that we are co-creating. Ernest Holmes says, "In an intelligent study of the teachings of science of mind, we come to understand that all is love, and yet all is law. Love rules through law." Love rules. It is love that lifts us and law that produces our world, personally and globally. Will you say with me, "I'm lifted in love.
I'm lifted in love.
I'm inspired by wisdom.
I'm inspired by wisdom."
And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Oh, thank you so much. And now this is the time of our offertory. And many of you give in so many different beautiful ways. It isn't always the way that I tend to do, which I love just putting my check. Remember checks? I love to just put my gift of love in the plate. So if you give in other ways, just put your hands over the plate and bless it and watch it multiply. And if you're here for the first time, please know that your presence with us is your gift to us. Okay. Let's say our prosperity affirmation together. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is. Thank you. Okay.
freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. I don't care which car I'm on, that freight train gonna carry me home. Freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. I don't care which car I'm on, that freight train gonna carry me home. I don't care which car I'm on, that old freight train gonna carry me home.
That Ray knows how I love that song. And so we give thanks as these blessings multiply, enriching the giver and the receiver and enhancing the life of our beloved community. For this and much, much more, we give thanks, and so it is. Thank you all for being here today. We're going to have a closing song shortly, and then you're invited to share some hospitality treats with us in the gathering place. So we will sing in a minute. We'll sing the peace song, and we'll just stand and be right there where we are in their rows. Take hands if you wish. So the loving presence, wise and wonderful, is that which brought us together. It is that which continues to take each of us into a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We give thanks for the love that blesses us. We give thanks for the law that responds to us. We give thanks that God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And so it is. Let's sing.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my sacred vow. Take each moment and live each moment, peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Yoo-hoo! Woo-hoo!